Hi loves, today I'm going to be telling you about the time I manifested my man. Life before I met my man was actually scary for me. I was in a very long-term relationship with somebody who literally did not care for me at all. Not to talk junk about them, but it's just like, girl, what I put up with was just very telling of how I felt about myself and my self-worth. That's what I will say. I'm not here to shade anybody. I just want to share with you girls the things that I had to go through, healing that I had to go through, and the self-realization I had to go through to realize what I was really worthy of. Now, the way I manifested my dream man was, your girl always knew deep down what I actually wanted. Even when I was in a horrible relationship, honestly, I would read books. Girl, I used to be on Wattpad. I used to be on Wattpad, like, reading books of, like, just my dream guy and, like, guys I wanted, or how my dream partner would actually be, even though I was still pouring into this horrible person. Despite my reality, I always knew what I actually wanted. So number one, you have to know what you really want. I literally described this to my man before I met him. I always knew what he felt like. I always energetically and vibrationally knew what he felt like, and I knew how I wanted him to be. And if you don't understand what I'm saying by that, I just mean I knew how I would feel when in the same vicinity as this man. I knew how he would be or how he would make me feel. You know, I felt safe, I felt comforted. I would feel all the feelings as I'm reading all these books, and I knew this is really what I want. This is what's gonna work, and this is how it's gonna feel. Something in my soul, in my brain, maybe it was God, who knows? It definitely was God. God was telling me, like, girl, this isn't gonna last much longer with this Dusty, so before you end this, for sure, you need to state what you want. So what I did was I went into my journal, because even before this, I was scripting, I was journaling, I was working on myself and my spirituality. And I scripted exactly what I wanted in a man. I scripted my standards. I'm gonna show the picture here of what I asked for, y'all. I asked for simple things. It was literally like, he's nice, he smells good, he's providing, he's loving, you know, we like to eat together, we like to experience things together. As I'm writing this, I'm very in it. I'm like embodying it. I'm like, oh yeah, like he does this and he does that. And I'm just imagining. I don't know who I'm imagining, but I'm imagining, girl. I'm using my imagination and embodiment to its fullest max power, okay? I'm just telling myself, yeah, he does this, he does that. I didn't leave too many details out for what I wanted. I just straight up put blank points, like I want this, and this, okay? So I really want to deep dive into how we actually met, because I feel like even that is very magical, y'all. Like, the way I manifested it is crazy. So fast forward, not even a full month later, I would say even before the month ends, we end up going to this rave, right? And we're stars of the show. Everybody loves us. We're in front of the crowd. Everyone's like, oh my God, we love you guys. We love your energy. Because at that time, we were really popping. Like I said, like, I was having crazy hair. I'm gonna insert pictures and stuff. Your girl was a rave queen. I was really living life for real at this time. Just living, just doing what I wanted to do. Making sure I looked good while I was doing it, okay? This is where I feel like the red string theory, or just like God was really intervening. Is that how you say it? God was really intervening. I remember pulling up to this second rave, and I noticed this car next to me. And I literally said, I was looking at the car, I'm like, oh my God, like, that car looks so good, I'll lick the tires on it. I literally said that. I'm over here like, girl, this car is so nice. Like, I need to take pictures on it, something. The car ends up being his car, but I didn't know that yet, okay? So we're gonna continue with the story. We go from there, we're in the party, you know, we're on stage because we got recognized. They love us, they love everything about us, okay? It was such a fun night. I went back and I looked at the videos, right? And I remember as we were on stage, I'm like recording the crowd. Girl, why do I peep my man in the video before I even knew him? And it was his car that I was parked next to. The dots were not connecting for me. They probably connected for him. Like, I feel like he was really plotting. But me on the other hand, I'm finna turn up. I didn't realize it till months after we were dating. And I was like, baby, this is you in my video on my phone, front row. And it's so funny because I literally remember once we went off of the stage, we were front row dancing, turning up the crowd. Literally visibly remember being right next to him. If anything, I was probably dancing with him. Girl, it's crazy. Mind you, this is before we even talked. So we didn't even talk at this point. We didn't exchange any words, nothing. But what did happen actually was my friend ended up losing her phone. Mind you, the guy she was talking to was best friends with my man at the time. There's a video of him being like, oh my gosh, I found your phone. If anybody can find these girls, please let me know. And he posted it on TikTok, y'all. He posted it on TikTok. And it's so crazy to me because it just, again, red string theory. It just so happened that she lost her phone and they're the ones who found it. Fast forward, I think probably a few weeks after that, and it's very, very, very last minute. My friend is like, hey, I'm talking to this guy for a while, and his friend makes clothes and he wants us to model in his fashion show. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's do it. I'm down. Boom, girl, the day comes where I'm supposed to model and something tells me something was off. Like, I just knew, like, oh, this is not it. Turns out whole time my man was peeping me out. He's like, where is she? Where's your friend? He's asking my friend about me. He's like, where's your friend? Mind you, I didn't know about any of this. I did not know. I didn't go because something told me it's not the right time. Oh my god, somebody just got my subliminal. Shout out to y'all getting my free money subliminal. Check it out in the comments below. Anywho, fast forward, it's the 4th of July now, and my friend is like, hey, I want to meet up with this guy I've been talking to, which is the guy from the party who found her phone. Took her a lot of convincing because at this time I'm like, girl, I'm still getting over Dusty. I still hate men. Like, I don't know what's going on. Somehow I came to the conclusion like, okay, let's do it. Mind you, I didn't even look top tier that night, y'all. I literally had on a red tank top from Walmart, True Religion shorts, and cowgirl boots. Okay. We end up in Tampa, which is about an hour away, and we meet up with the guys who are running the raves. You know, they all turn out to be friends, and we're walking, we're talking, and all of a sudden, I just see a whoosh. I vividly remember the first time I ever seen my man for real. I felt him. All I remember is just seeing him come into my vicinity, and he's like, hey. And mind you, at this point in time, I'm traumatized by men. I don't like men at all. I'm like, whoa. But it's just something about him from the get-go. We were so open with each other. It was just so funny, y'all. We literally met in the streets of Ybor. If you know, you know. Tampa, you know. But we literally met in the streets. It's like, hey, what's your name? Da 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 da. He's asking me all these questions, you know, we're kicking it, we're walking. He did say a few little things, you know, but I'm gonna keep that between me and him. It was very funny the way we met, but all I will say is he was very upfront and forward. He was like, hey, I'll give you this. Like, I want this. You do that. I'll do this. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, oh, what's going on? It was very much like that. It was very straightforward, but I'm with it, you know? And it was funny because I've never felt that way about a man, really. And, you know, I've never really gave men the time of day anyway. But this was the first guy I was like, oh, okay. I feel like my heart always knew, and my soul and my brain always knew. Me and my friend ended up getting lost from our car, and they were literally walking us, trying to find our car for like almost 2 hours. And yeah, they walked with us the whole time, was very nice about it. Somebody was rude about it, but girl, I ain't worried about that. He was such a gentleman about it. He really walked almost 2 hours, even though my car was in the building we started off in. And he's still nice. At the end of the night, guys, I did something I never did before. Something in my soul and heart told me to do this. And at the time, I was like, oh my God, did I really just say that? But I asked him for his Instagram. Girl, to me, that was like, at this time period, I'm used to guys being like, hey, what's this? What's this? What's that? Like, I'm trying to get to know you. Blah, 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 blah. I don't like how he didn't ask for my Instagram or something. So as we're walking, I'm like, hey, can I get your Instagram? And to me, that was like, the fact that I asked for a man's Instagram was insane, but girl, It ended up working out so well. I love my man. It kind of just ended there. I don't even think we texted on Instagram. We actually didn't end up meeting again until probably a few weeks later. My friend was telling me the guy that I'm talking to and the guy that got your Instagram wants me to come to his house. They all just moved in together. The guy I like wants me to dye his hair, blah, 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 blah. I already know, girl. Like, I already know it's a setup. Okay, I already know. If any man asks you to dye his hair, it's a setup. It's like very iffy because it just felt weird to me. You know, I've never been that type of person to go to a man's house. All of this was very, very new to me. Dating, being with men, you know, being free and single. So there's parts of me that are like, I don't know, I'm scared. I don't know these people. I'll go to their house. Something in me told me to do it anyways because at this time I was really trying to be like a model slash influencer. And they wanted us to sponsor their raves, which are popping, y'all. So they were like, oh, we're going to give you free shirts and do all this. We're going to make promo videos at the same time as she's dyeing his hair. So I'm down just because I seen a brand deal in it type thing. So we get there. She's dyeing his hair. All of a sudden, my man, who's not my man, he just comes out fresh out the shower and just whoosh. And he just comes up to me and he's like, hey, you want a shot? And I'm like, oh, okay. I was very shy. This is how I look this night. Oh my God, it's just insane to me how far we've come. And he's like giving me shots. He's talking to me, you know, seducing me. We're having a good time. He was very upfront. He did not hold back nothing. And I still admire that about him because he has not changed at all. So we end up going to this club called the Castle in Tampa. If y'all know what that is, you know what that is, okay? But yeah, we were at the club, you know, we're doing the promo, having a good time. And I just noticed his demeanor and how he treated me. And he was very upfront, but he was very protective and loving at the same time. He had a very warm demeanor. So I'm like, you know what? I like this guy. Crazy part is we actually got together on the first night that we actually talked and met. I was like way beyond my character, but I'm telling y'all, that was the best decision I could have ever made in my life because we literally spent one night together and really have been together ever since. And I'm so thankful and grateful. And from then, we would just meet up more. Every time we just spent genuine time with each other. And I got to know him. I got to know who he was. It was exactly everything I wrote on my list. And I'll never forget the time that me and him were on FaceTime. I literally told him, this is so crazy because I feel like I literally manifested you. Everything that I wrote aligned with exactly what he was. And he ended up showing up not even a full month later. God knew, like, even though we were in the same place at the same time before we fully met, it was meant to be. That is my love story. That is how I manifested my dream man. If you want more tips on how to attract your divine masculine, let me know in the comments below. I am working on a Regulate to Radiate course, which is just teaching women or whoever feels suitable to heal their nervous system so that they can attract what they want in their life. I also have my free money manifestation subliminal in my description box, as well as my How to Manifest ebook. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. Bye.